baby gorgeous. Welcome to Bravo and Blaze, where we're going to get lit off all the latest going on in the Bravo TV world. This is a safe and uncensored space to discuss our love for everything pop culture and 420 related. So grab your can of goodies and let's get lit. Whew. Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny Blaze. We are live for Scandoval Day 14. If you are live with us, you can join in on the interactive chat on YouTube and see all the wonderful visuals for today's episode. However, if you are a podcast listener, don't worry because all episodes are available on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. Before we get started, I want to give a disclaimer that this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not your source for world news and facts. I am simply documenting the emotional journey that Scandoval has led me on, and I am sharing it all with you. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Wait, I do have some visuals I've already forgot to post. So here we go. Meant to do this. Oh, Grace is here in the live chat. Hi, Grace. Love her. Okay, so day 14 of Scandoval. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps the show to continue to grow. Also, don't forget our social media handle is at Bravo and Blaze on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I think Twitch is like my backup. If IG Live goes down, TikTok kicks me off, all that stuff. We still have Twitch. Also, as you know, bravoandblaze.com has all sorts of fun Bravo-inspired merch and products from all your favorite shows. If you know what show this is from, it says Grandfather MFer on this lovely mug. Use it every day. If you know what show that's from, drop a comment. But you can go buy your own at bravoandblaze.com. Also, as you can see here, we have Cannabis Mom Boss. If you are looking for digital strategy and management coaching and consulting professional services, please make sure to check out Cannabis Mom Boss. In addition to helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses, the mission of Cannabis Mom Boss is to empower others to safely and confidently come out of the quote-unquote green closet and modernize the perception of today's cannabis consumers. I know on Real Housewives of New Jersey, there's a lot going on there. I am on a mini pause. Actually, I'm not on a pause. Jersey's on a pause because the last time I watched actually, I didn't even get a chance to watch the episode when this happened. It was a Tuesday night. I posted, I was promoting my interview with Margaret Josephs from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I had a blog post that, you know, came before the interview, and I had like all these disclaimers and preface things before because Margaret openly was saying negative things about the cannabis community essentially, and I didn't want to like not do anything with Bravo and Blaze, so we had an interview. But then the part that went south was somebody got triggered by me interviewing Margaret without listening to the interview, without reading my blog post, nothing, and just attacked me to the point where they defamed me and defamed my minor child, underage, and then also like said all these things, like released some information about my medical history that was, part of it was like true, but he twisted it, and I'm just not going to stand for that. So, I mean, he deleted stuff, but I'm handling it accordingly, appropriately. So if you want to check out that episode and what that's all about, that's on my Cannabis Mom Boss episode, which that's the last episode of Cannabis Mom Boss that I had because I took a break for my birthday last week. But then Scandoval happened, so I'm still on a break this week with Cannabis Mom Boss. I extended my vacation because Scandoval kind of took over my life, and I still need like a little break. That's why we're not on normal live schedules, but it's okay. We're going to get back into it. We're slowly trying to get back into normal life, but I don't even know anymore. It's like I'm getting like deja vu from the pandemic where everyone's like, life will be normal tomorrow. Life will be normal tomorrow. And then next thing you know, we got this coming and that coming. That's how Scandoval feels. But anyways, Cannabis Mom Boss normally is live on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Eastern here on the same YouTube channel, which is also available for replay if you missed the live stream. If you're a podcast listener, you are in luck because Cannabis Mom Boss is also available on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Did I even say... I didn't mention all the... Oh, I did mention the platforms that we are on for Bravo and Blaze. Okay, good. I just want to make sure that I cross all the T's and dot all the I's. I'm going to move on now to Scandoval. Okay. So we're on day 14. I've gone live on IG on my main account 10 times in like the first week or whatever. And then it wasn't until, was it Friday? Yeah, it was last Friday, I think, is when I got banned. It was like right after I talked to TMZ, I think, which I'm going to try to play that clip on here. The technology part, I'm still working through. I did upgrade so I can share my screen with you all, but still the audio is not working, and I'm trying to figure that out. So I think I have a workaround, but we'll see, whatever. Anyways, since Scandoval started, I went live on IG 10 times. I did a 3-part Scandoval bonus series, trilogy, I guess. And that still wasn't enough. On top of it, I've been on Twitter. I copy what I do on Twitter for the most part. Like majority of what I do on Twitter, I copy over to my Instagram stories. And then sometimes, like there's a slight variation sometimes. Like I'll add a poll or something like that or ask questions in my Instagram stories. But this Scandoval, I've been documenting from the very beginning. And I also saved all the stories in my highlights on my Instagram if you want to go back. Someday, maybe when this is over, I can take all the footage that I have, all the documentation, all the evidence, all of the twists and turns, the Scandoval of it all. Maybe I can make like a documentary or a movie or something. We'll see. Because this is like just wild. But since Scandoval Part 3, I did that last week on Thursday. So it was the day after we had a new episode and we had Lisa Vanderpump on Watch What Happens Live. And so I'm gonna pick up from there. Oh my gosh. I don't even watch, or I haven't been watching Vanderpump all day, every day. Well, I kind of have. No, not really. But like when I have been watching it and it's the old stuff, I don't feel so triggered by Tom Sandoval's younger face. But now, like this season, I am like, when I put on season 10, it almost is like what do you call that? I am like taken aback because it's just so triggering. Anyways, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, hopefully you can see this. All right, I'm starting with March 9th. We have a whole week to catch up on. Okay, so here, I already went through all this on part 3. Yeah, day 7, a lot of people were worn out. I like started to get a second, third wind or something. I don't know. I started to get reinvigorated. Let's see. Okay, so I'll start off here. So it's just a gif of Sonia saying I've reached my limit. You know, that's me after Scandoval. And like I literally, I was like, just after I published part 3, I was like, okay, I can move on with my life. But you can't. And then, like, the Bravo chicks posted this video of Coach Shaw, who had a message from Jen Shaw from prison. And literally, I was like, I don't care. I don't care what news comes out. All I want. Wait, why isn't it sharing on here? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. What happened? Let me see. Let me try plugging it in again. What is happening? Okay, I think it's... Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the Bravo chicks had a story of Coach Shaw. Literally, I don't even care. If he has something to say about Scandoval, that's about it. This is when, like... a reference to the craft... Like, just thinking about Coachella, I'm hung up on this Coachella thing. I still strongly believe that he may need to be banned from Coachella. Maybe seriously. I'm not sure if I'm serious or not, but I am gathering the proof and evidence that will support this idea. Because, well, one, I'm pretty sure I saw a clip of Kristen reminiscing about her and Tom at Coachella. And then we know, watching back from like season 2, there was something between Ariana and Tom where they were texting about Coachella, saying like, oh, I can't wait for it to be Coachella again, or something like that. And then we know there's a picture of Raquel on Sandoval's shoulders, which is the same thing he did with Ariana, and people are still speculating when this affair started, or when at least like the attraction, or when things cross the line, I guess. I don't know. How do you, again, like I've said this before, I think we could have lived in a world where Tom and Raquel could have been together had they went about it the right way, and obviously they didn't. But I bind you, Tom Sandoval, bind you from hurting others at Coachella, and bind you from hurting yourself. Just saying. Okay. Oh my God, this one was funny. So this is from Walter is Upset. And it's a submission from Dumas. A certain, maybe former, in parentheses, reality star would like to have you believe that she is walking away from filming because she feels unsafe around her castmates. However, it could also have to do with her being under investigation for using a forged vaccination card, which has recently come to light. I hope she's not blowing all her money on suing her coworkers, as she's going to need every penny for a legal team to keep her out of the slammer. Forging a vax card can yield serious jail time. Oh my gosh. Okay, I laughed at this one because I'm like, even if this is like true, I'm like, really, we're gonna like go that far? Be like, you forged your vaccination card to go to Coachella. You're going to jail, sister. That's a little extreme. I don't know. What's the punishment, the penalty for forging a Vax card? How much jail time? That's pretty nuts. If it was for Coachella, I'll die. So then Bywig Hello Drama has a picture of Kristen Doty, that she's back. Kristen Dowdy, I don't know if it's Doty or Dowdy, has been filming for Vanderpump Rules again. How do you feel about Kristen being back? More pictures with the camera. I thought this said the F word in love, but I guess it says rock in love. This is just too funny. I'm like, I thought this was hilarious. So bad it's good with Ryan Bailey. I hope, this is a tweet, I hope she doesn't lose any shifts at SUR over this. And then immediately I started thinking about like Peter trying to schedule shifts. Wait, did he put that in the caption? I think he might have put that in the caption. I don't want to take credit for that. Peter must be stressing putting the schedule together. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I was laughing thinking about him doing Peter. I love Peter's like his rage coming out of Scandoval. It's kind of funny. I think we'll get to it in a little bit, but the reality bitch has a clip. Someone I know. See again, I don't have the Oh yeah, she's like, "So how you doing?" And he says, "Not quite myself," or whatever. Like literally that's an understatement. Oh, this one's good. So Sarah Michelle Gellar, somebody posted from Cruel Intentions, the part where Selma Blair gives all the receipts to everyone in front of Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, and she reposted it. The caption says, "Kristen Dowdy handing Tom Sandoval 10 years of receipts at the Vanderpump reunion." Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. Oh, okay. Then, this is still Thursday last week. The real fans of Bravo. Shayna really went the lies, the lies, the lies. So Shayna's lawyer, I guess, released a statement for Shayna. Also, the new broadcast channel feature on Instagram, like, just became available to me. So I did a quick video, and I have, like, this new Scandoval broadcast channel on IG. If you're interested, you can come over there. Oh, this must have been my last IG. So, or sorry, my last IG live. And I went live with Larry from Bravo by Gaze. And just, I think he's like he's laughing more at me being like spiraling because of Scandoval. But you can go check that out on IG. So one thing that hit me is like, I heard that Raquel, somebody said like someone from her sorority and her, they used to like, the whole sorority used to watch Vanderpump Rules together. And I started watching like over the weekend from the beginning, and I'm like starting to see Brittany come on. And I think Brittany was the first one who was like someone, I mean, she said she never watched a show, but I just find it hard to believe that these people are saying they have never seen the show. Like, you just need to be honest and be like, like, even James Kennedy, I think at one of the reunions, I think Andy asked him, like, "Did you date Kristen just to be on the show?" And he was like, "I don't know, maybe." At least he was honest about it. So the idea of Raquel, like, watching all these shows and then inserting herself in is just, the whole concept of it just felt very, like, meta to me. Like, what's real now at this point? This is getting, like, I'm getting sucked in. Oh, Reality Blurb. They posted something about Reza and Brandi Glanville possibly filming together, which I find interesting. So they were on The Traitors on Peacock together, and then Reza didn't show up to the reunion, and Brandi was not, I guess, invited to the reunion because of her scandal or whatever with Caroline Manzo during the filming of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4. So that snapped me out of it for a little bit, but then whatever, I moved on. Okay, so next day 8 of Scandoval, and I'm feeling disoriented. I don't know why I felt disoriented. Oh, this is when I started listening to all of the cast podcasts. So I wrote, I'm totally listening to Kristen Dowdy's podcast, and you can hear the audio because this was screen recorded. Yeah. Yeah, so at this point, I'm still mad about Coachella, and I'm like, so I don't want to be the one to start this petition. I will happily sign it and circulate it, but I don't want to have to be the one to go that far. And then I got crafty, pun intended. I stitched together, well, I didn't even stitch anything. I just took a clip of the craft, and then I started putting like Tom Sandoval, the scene with, at the end when she binds him, or when she binds Nancy or whatever. Yeah. I put a little TikTok together, which I think needs more attention, to be honest, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to unplug my phone for a second because we have to hear this. This is from the Talk of Shame. Hold on. What? Now it's not working. Come on. Oh my gosh. Bummer. Archive. Dang it. Sorry. Okay, so it's the talk of shame.
In LA today, both literally and figuratively for the Vanderpump crew.
Hold on a second.
When it rains, it pours, and it is raining in LA today, both literally and figuratively for the Vanderpump crew. WeHo Times is reporting that the liquor licenses for Pump and Tom Tom were suspended this week. I guess everyone in Vanderpump World is a little bit distracted right now because it looks like someone forgot to pay the liquor license fees for both restaurants. But they might be in the clear because even though it was showing as of Wednesday, March 8th, that both liquor licenses were suspended, according to the California Department of Alcohol Beverage Control, once those fees are paid, it can take up to 6 weeks for that to be updated in the system. So hopefully someone paid those late fees so the bars can operate as normal. As of yesterday, Tom Tom was still promoting their Thursday happy hour. Now, whether anyone showed up due to the Scandoval, that's another question. When it rains,
Okay, so this one I thought was interesting because we now know, fast forward, this is last week on Friday, there's rumors going around that Pump and Tom Tom got their liquor license suspended because somebody didn't pay the fee. Tom and Tom are not part of Pump, but they are part of Tom Tom. And I guess Schwartz and Sandy's is okay. But then later on we find out that they're not suspended. I don't know. Something weird is happening there. I just need to call that part out. The Bravo docket, Daryl's having a moment, and Law 360 has the deets on who he is. Oh my God, that's so funny. Law 360 has a article about Daryl. Yeah, and so Fridays usually when I do my live stream, but I didn't. I was trying to resume my life after Scandoval, but then I went on TMZ. Hold on, let me see. Dame Golly has a meme. Andy to Schwartz, were you silent or silenced? And literally, I feel like Schwartz is a battered wife. And it makes me go back to that scene in Vegas where Sandoval is like, oh, you guys are so awful, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he's screaming and literally battering him as he speaks. It's wild. I'll get to it. So I'm asking, is anyone else still creeped out? Or is it just me? 91% of people said they were still creeped out by Scandoval on day 10. Okay, what is this one? See you next Monday. Raquel met James at one of James' shows at Pump. On the Give Them Lala podcast, it was said that the night Raquel met James, she went to that show concert as a fan. That whole crowd that night were fans of Vanderpump Rules. She had a mission the whole time. Do you guys believe that? Do you think she had... My mother, my Korean mother, who doesn't watch the show, I gave her the whole rundown on my birthday when she made me drive. We drove down to a Korean spa, and it was a 2.5 hour drive. So I told her the whole Scandoval, and my mother thinks, this thought didn't even come to my mind, but my mom said, she's been planning this before. The whole time she had this planned, and I was like, what? Lady, get out of here. But apparently other people think that. So, Taste of Reality spotted Kristen Doute filming for this season of Pump Rules. Then they made an official announcement. Okay, so this is where I was going to go live because I went on TMZ Live on Friday last week. And the whole experience was so funny to me because obviously I'm worked up over Scandoval, and I'm thinking they know everything. I'm thinking they know more than I do, right? But then I go on, and let me remove this for a second. I'm going to try to show you. Stop screen, present, share screen. I'm going to share my YouTube. Here we go. Wait, videos. Okay, it's this one.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
I'm Jenny Blaze, podcaster, blogger, YouTuber, and victim of Tom Sandoval's tomfoolery that he has bestowed onto the world. I'm disturbed, shook, and concerned. One, I'm concerned for all future Coachella attendees. Tom Sandoval is clearly a serial Coachella predator, so he should be banned for life. Two, even if he gets banned, I'm not sure that will stop him because we know him and Raquel wore disguises to go on their dates together. Speaking of disguises, who wears a costume of their mistress for Halloween when you are hanging out with both your girlfriend and your mistress?
Wait,
I feel like I'm taking.
What happened? Wait, I need to know about that.
On that one.
Okay, hold on, wait. Tom wore a costume. He went as Raquel?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Well, we didn't know that. I'm
showing the bathtub energy.
Is that so? Is that true?
Yes, there's pictures of it.
Wow.
Oh my God, I had no idea. Okay, that's the headline.
That was awesome.
Thank you for joining us on this because I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh my God.
By the way, I love that you said that she is a victim as well.
Oh my
All the fans
God.
feel like they're victims.
That was good.
That was
good.
such a nice review from Charles. He said, I love that she said she's a victim too. You guys, I hope you know I'm like being dramatic and like this is not, I'm not taking things like too seriously. I posted something about Ariana, or me saying like Ariana's my best friend and I wish I could be with her right now, and someone's like, you're not her best friend, right? And I'm like, obviously. God, people are so stupid. Sorry. Oh, I'm not supposed to say stupid anymore. Sorry, that's a new lesson I learned recently. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Moving on. Okay, one thing about Kristen, though, before we do move on, is Kristen is very triggering for people, and this is what Bravo doesn't understand, is people don't forget why Kristen was fired to begin with. Like, let's not forget, right after George Floyd, Bravo did a huge BLM campaign, and they found out that Kristen and Stassi called the police on Faith because they said she looked like someone on TV who the police were looking for or something. I don't know. It was just kind of gross, and they got fired for that. And then Brett and Max got fired as well for doing other things. But now, like, now that time's passed, it's okay to have her back. Like, I just think Bravo, if they're going to have Kristen back, my opinion, I think they need to, at the very least, they need to address the Faith situation on camera somehow. Something, right? Sorry, real quick for people on Instagram, come join us on YouTube because everything is available on YouTube. The audio, the visuals, all that stuff. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I want to move on from Kristen. So this is when I realized that I got banned from doing IG lives on my main account. That's why I'm on my backup account right now. But also that's when I thought it was so funny that TMZ didn't know that he wore a costume of his mistress on Halloween. That's like the most disturbing part of all of this, right? I don't know. Okay, so Glorified Gossip Girl has like a TikTok or something of Raquel. I guess she looks like she has black eyes, and then she's wearing makeup, so I don't know. Next post is from page 6. It says, I captioned, Sandoval forced Schwartz to kiss her. Okay, so they released this article, or I'll just read the caption. Tom Schwartz once claimed Tom Sandoval forced him to kiss Raquel Leviss while Sandoval and Levis were already tangled up in a since exposed affair. This emoji. Oh my God. Sandoval made me do it, Schwartz told ET Canada in a newly resurfaced February 7th interview at the Pump Rules Season 10 premiere party. We break down the wild moment at the link in bio. That is just gross. Like, from Sandoval's point of view, like, okay, it's just, there's so many things wrong with this, right? But like, Sandoval, why would you want your best friend to make out with your mistress? And like, he forced him. Really? No one forced you to do anything. But this is my theory about Sandoval and Schwartz and their relationship. Like, Schwartz clearly has no backbone. Everyone knows this. This is common knowledge, okay? Wussy pussy, okay? We've known this for a long time, and thank God Katie has gotten... I mean, I really wanted them to, like, have a happy ending, but clearly he's not evolving. And now knowing all this stuff, it's like, I'm so glad they did get a divorce for her own benefit, but I feel like Tom Sandoval has been keeping Schwartz at bay for him to use in his, like, overall narcissistic type of plans. Like, he's like, the way that he I don't know, did he want or did he need a Schwartz for Tom and Schwartz and Sandy's? Like, he wanted to do something, but he would never, like, just do it himself. And Tom Sandoval in The Most Extras is kind of like him doing something on his own for the first time, but he also had to, like, hire all these people. So maybe that's when his, like, self-esteem started to dip and he started wandering. I don't know. I just, like, I feel like he's been, I don't know anymore. Was this like just in the last year something happened and he changed, or has he been like this for this whole time? I need to go back and watch more, but this is just too much. Forced him. Okay, rate my Bravo. Pre-Scandoval, Heidi Klum. 1 week later, I don't even know what that is, but that's how I feel. Binging Bravo reposted a TikTok about the theory about the dogs, and I just reposted it. Go check my highlights if you want to see it. That's like another niche I can't get into. So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey posted, this guy better be at the Pump reunion. It's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills lie detector guy. Honestly, we need it. Taste of Reality reposted Stassi and Bo announced baby gender number 2, and it's a boy, which is so cute because they have Harper, right? That's her name, Harper? Hartford, Connecticut. Okay. So I'm just, like, still spiraling, I guess, periodically over this period of time. And I start thinking back to the Las Vegas bachelorette party, and they dress up as drag, and this scene, Carter's like yelling at Tom saying like, Tom, everyone needs to grow up. You grew up and you became Sia. And Tom's reaction, he's like so mad that Carter called him Sia when he's like literally dressed as Sia. It's just so funny. Carter, kind of a legend. Peacock. Okay, Peacock put out a nice little catch-up guide for those who are interested. They give you all the like main episodes you should watch, like Cliff Notes version. So Friday night, I'm like, okay, I can't, I can't be like obsessed with Scandoval too much. This is out of control. So I'm like, talking to my kid. I'm like, you want to watch something with me? And she was like, like as if I did something to her because I asked her if she wanted to hang out, and she was just gave me. She's like, can I just have tonight out to myself or whatever? So I'm like, all right. And basically, I felt like she gave me permission to Vanderpump. We're Vanderpumping now. We've verbed it. Can you verb? It's so meta. Just kidding. Okay, so then I start watching from the very beginning. This is season 1, episode 1. The very opening scene for this whole show is Lisa Vanderpump. They're showing her restaurants, and she says, can I have 2 restaurants in California? Villa Blanca's where you take your wife, and Sir's where you take your mistress. Okay, so right off the bat, we already have, like, undertones. Like, this is... I don't know why I'm surprised, but I reposted a clip from Diddy, my Dowdy. Go check out her TikTok and Instagram because she stitches together Vanderpump Rules scenes, and just, it's perfection. Tom in season 1 is talking about his band. He said, oh man, we're opening for the Viper Room. Like, good job, dude. And he says, yeah, I want to be famous someday. Not like Michael Jackson type famous, but I don't know if I want Michael Jackson type famous, but I definitely would love to be famous. Well, dude, this is like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's Michael Jackson level, like, as far as volume goes, because not everyone knows Vanderpump Rules like they know Michael Jackson. But as far as, like, disturbing, level of disturbance, I think it's up there. Just saying. There's a scene where Shayna says, oh, Shayna is so funny. She says, oh, when I was young, people used to mistake me for Britney Spears all the time. And I just could not stop laughing because she does not look like Britney Spears. But then she even went as far as saying, yeah, it happened so much that I learned how to do her signature and started signing. I'm like, Shayna, oh my God, why are you admitting to like forging someone's signature on television? So ridiculous. Okay, so right off the bat, season 1, episode 1, Tom and Kristen are together. We've never known Tom to be single, really. And I just want to know what their origin story is. Like, how did they meet? Was he already in a relationship before he got in a relationship with Kristen? Is this like a serial pattern? And like, when is it considered a serial pattern? Twice? 3 times? How many times does this man have to do the same thing before we call this like serial behavior? And Kristen says, we've been together for 4, but we've been sleeping together for 5. Okay. So bad it's good with Ryan Bailey. There is an article with Ryan Bailey in the Washington Post. Go check that out. Congratulations. I don't know. This is just me randomly thinking about Scandoval. Just like, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, Baby Ben Cohen reposted from the Broadcast Boys. This video, I think, has gone viral. But essentially, these guys, they broke down the whole dynamic of the relationships in Vanderpump Rules for you. And the reaction that this guy has is pretty funny. And this guy who did it, who presented it, he did a really good job. Lucy on the ground. Oops. Oh, this is like from the day before, I think. But wait, it says, while we were sleeping, Raquel released a Notes app statement. Born out of a loving friendship. Don't want to label anything. Need to learn to be okay with being alone. She did? I didn't see that. Kristen talks on her podcast about how there are more rumors about his cheating coming, and she thinks some are true. Kristen's podcast says Schwartz has only known for a month. Very upset. Ariana reactivates social media. Ariana called Raquel after the concert last Wednesday. Raquel at a bar with Shayna. And when she asked who was on the phone, Raquel responded, way too calmly that Ariana was calling because she and Tom have been having a 7-month affair. So Shayna threw the phone in the gutter. Katie and Lala filming in Send It to Daryl hoodie. The girls take Ariana out on the town. Yep. Okay, so wait, I didn't see this. Besides it, okay, so this is from Raquel on March 8th. Besides the indefensible circumstances surrounding our relationship, my feelings for Tom have always been sincere and born out of a loving friendship. Knowing how many people we hurt, I need to understand my choices and learn to make better ones. I need to take care of my health, work on self-growth, and take time to be okay with being alone. I care for Tom, and I don't want to label anything or predict what lies ahead right now. I need to heal. I thought that was in her apology. It's a lot. Oh my gosh. I love this picture that Katie posted on International Women's Day. All around Ariana. Yes, girl. I'm going to go into a hole for a while and I'm going to drink myself silly. This is sad to me. Lucy on the ground. Love it. Perez Hilton posted. Oh, so this is season 2 after Tom finds out that Jax and Kristen hooked up while Tom and Kristen were together. And he said, he's like, dude, you slept with Kristen or something. And he's like, you cheated on her. What is the difference? And he said, Tom said, not with a fucking friend, dude. Like, you can't make this up. So I'm on like season 1 or whatever, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is so crazy. Have they been like playing a decade-long joke on all of us? Like, there's no way this is like real life. Did they plan this all along? Are we getting punked? Okay, so by March 10th, apparently, I think this is Friday night, I just tweeted, disappointed that Scandoval is dying down. I'm ashamed. I am. There's like so much content that we all need to go through, and I'm really ashamed that this group is not getting it together. Look at all these clips I found just by myself while I was trying to mom the whole time and like take care of other normal things like showering and stuff. So Tom, this is on their way back from Vegas when Jax like showed up uninvited. They're talking about Frank. Remember Frank? And Tom goes, anybody who would alienate his friends for like vagina, that's like, you know, and Schwartz says, red flag. Like, dude, that's exactly what you just did. Pump Rules reposted something. It's so funny. This guy, it says, when someone asks me how I feel about you-know-who, this guy is yelling on the street going, whack his shoes, whack his hair, whack the way he talks, whack. It's really good. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I forget these things, but Tom Schwartz, he was so wrong on Stassi's birthday in season 1. She was talking, and like, yeah, Stassi has a strong personality, and she can be mean and very blunt. She was like, you know, talking about how she felt, and Schwartz goes something like, shut up, bitch, or something like that. And she's like, excuse me. And then he says, fuck you, Stassi. And she's like, fuck you, Stassi. And goes, yeah, you heard me, bitch. Oh my God, so bad. And then that's when she like throws her drink. But then it gets worse. Then Tom throws his drink not once, but twice. Twice he did it. Like, that's the only time I've seen Tom Schwartz, like, not be a wussy pussy. And I think that's so weird. It's only towards females. So then, I don't know. For some reason, I just started thinking about TMZ again. And I said, Harvey and Charles, when I mentioned Tom dressed up as Raquel for Halloween. What? I can't get over that. The Bravo chicks, we have... the ladies, they all gathered together and talked about it on Shayna's podcast. Like, how funny is this? You cannot make this up. Face Reality posted, here's the clip with the quote, "If you don't do it, you're a wussy. He steamrolled me. He said, I thought it was fun." Oh my God. This is like beyond disturbing. This is like, Tom Sandoval, dude. I don't know. So I got my IG live privileges taken away, and I tried to go on YouTube live the way that I normally do, but it was not as fun at all because I don't know, IG live is just a different vibe. Like, it's more casual, and I feel more comfortable just like laying in my bed and doing it, and more people engage and talk, and I don't know. Anyways, there's a video if you want to go see it. The talk of shame. I think this is about so it says this is the same thing. I must have reposted it. I posted asking if you guys would come over to YouTube, and 59% said no, just FYI. Then I see on page 6, Carol whatever, you know who she is, Carol. She says about Scandoval, I think it's gone a little overboard, to be honest. The Real Housewives of New York City alum told Page 6 exclusively at the Broadway opening of A Doll's House. I commented, she commented on this, I think somewhere. Did she? I don't know. And then I responded, and I was like, he dressed up as his mistress for Halloween. I think that's the part that people are missing here. That's how crazy it is. So, Carol, if you don't know about it, please don't speak about it, okay? This is very disturbing to the rest of us. And then someone, Patient Ether Eyes, we are all dressing up as these clowns this Halloween, yes. It's too triggering, I think. 74% said no. Okay, so people don't like this, but a hot take that I have on season 1, I feel a little bad for Jax Taylor in season 1. And I have empathy for him. Not like excusing his behavior, but like the things that he did own up to, I feel like he was gaslit, and people like didn't really care about his feelings, and like he clearly was in a toxic environment, and I don't know, they just like they feed off each other, and like we're probably the problem mostly. But anyways, I did a poll, Shayna next to Britney Spears, do they look alike? 87% said no. Some people were arguing like she does. Oh my gosh. So this tweet, I said, I kind of feel like Tom actually loved Katie at one point, but he couldn't grow as the mature man any wife would need him to be. And now I'm wondering if Sandoval played a part in Schwartz's stunted development, which ultimately led to divorce. I stand by this one. Someone got mad and was like, oh, what we're not going to do is blame Tom Sandoval for their divorce, whatever. I'm like, I'm not blaming Tom Sandoval for their divorce. It's obviously Schwartz's fault. But part of that is because of his stunted emotional intelligence. And I wonder if that is because he always had Sandoval on his shoulder. Literally, like in this IG live, like the devil on his shoulder. It's my opinion. People got into this one. They were like, yes, absolutely. And then just a couple were like, no, we're not going to do this. People are like angry. So I just said, go follow on Twitter because I can't post every single thing. But page 6, this is when I thought this was funny about Peter. Peter did like a podcast, and I guess he talked to page 6, and he said, it says, Peter Madrigal is the latest Vanderpump Rules cast member to have a bone to pick with Raquel Leviss. The SUR manager said the former beauty queen could go F herself for calling him a starting pony on a recent episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. I just said, yes, Peter, go off. I love that he's going off. Rate My Bravo also reposted. Go F yourself. Oh, I'm wearing a bodysuit again today, but, you know, I swear to God, if men wore bodysuits, there'd be a new solution because bodysuits are a pain. And I'm like, while I'm trying to focus on Scandoval, undo my bodysuit, and go to the bathroom, it's like seriously a task. This is not my shirt. Somebody sent me the Scumbag and Cheaters shirt that they got. Love it. Oh my gosh, Pump Rules. More proof she hung out with Tom for months before affair was exposed. Oh my God, there's Raquel in the audience. Oh my gosh. Raquel Leviss was cozying up with Tom Sandoval months before their affair was exposed, and some of her appearances are on video, which we now have. TMZ has obtained footage from 2 different outings where Tom and Raquel are in the same vicinity, without their other Vanderpump Rules cast members around. The first clip shows her coming to one of his shows with his band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, when they performed near Sacramento this past November, a gig Raquel just so happened to be at in the flesh. Check it out. You can see her clear as day hang out with pals as she watched Tom and co do their thing. Of course, this is nowhere near her home base of Los Angeles. We're also told Raquel was there with friends not associated with Vanderpump, a sign that she'd gone out of her way to be up there and support him, which is telling in hindsight. There's another clip of Raquel at Tom's restaurant, Tom Tom, in West Hollywood from early February, where she again went with folks not affiliated with her or Tom's show. It's yet another sign that something was going on for a while. Remember, we'd already been told Ariana Madix recently became aware of infidelity between Tom and Raquel dating back months since the summertime. In fact, and this latest evidence seems to confirm that, as it turns out, the proof was in plain view for a while. As reported, there's no chance of reconciliation for Tom and Ariana. They're donezo. Oh my God. Bravo breaking news, reposted Bravo Andy. There's a New York Post article about Scandoval. That's how big this is. What day is this? This is like last Saturday. I finally took care of like the stuff that was piling up and started refocusing. Bywig Hello Drama has a video of Tom and Raquel in December 2022. Oh my God. They're like, oh God. I hate it. All right, I'm going to move on. I can't. Oh my gosh, Frank. Okay, I got sidetracked on Frank because I started watching from the beginning. I was like, holy crap. Frank definitely has some issues over, I'll just read my tweet. Frank definitely had some issues over feeling the need to have a hot girlfriend to validate him. And the scene in the car with the guys on the way back from Vegas, Sandoval even said, Stassi's the hottest girl he'll ever get. So in this scene, this guy, I don't know what his name is, but I guess Frank got in a argument with a customer and said, you peasant, how dare you come in here if you can't pay for your drinks or whatever. Look, go back to your effing ugly girlfriend before I embarrass you. And that's just, people show you who they are. Just listen to what they say. Like, he clearly feels like having a hot girlfriend validates him because he made a weird comment like that to a complete stranger. Anyway, So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey wrote, show me on the doll where your friend made you kiss someone else. I can't. That's seriously what it is. Okay, Pump Rules. A couple of things that just something me wrong. First was that she was trying to enter secretly. I saw her and she shushed me. I figured it was she didn't want to be rushed, so I didn't say anything. Well, whoops, I told people, but then halfway through the show, I went upstairs because I'm old and needed to relax. Security was severely understaffed. I'm almost 6 foot and built like a linebacker. So I was just helping security block all the crazy girls coming over. Who are these girls? This is so weird. Then I noticed that Sandy kept looking up and singing songs to her being Raquel, which caught me way the F off guard. Like the way he was just gesturing to her and singing Lightning in a Bottle and then marching at her during 500 miles. Oh my, I can't. I just felt something was off. The more he sang to her, the more she started crying. The part I left off of social media is that I heard her loudly say, "Why won't he? Why won't he?" I assumed she was crying over James, but after the news broke, it made sense that she was crying over him and him leaving Ariana. Also, the people that were with her kept looking around a lot. The drunker she got, she was basically falling off the chair. The only way I got to stay up there was I never bothered her, and I just took over helping security because it's just in my nature to help. I love this person. So much so that the guy that was with her mouthed thank you to me. This is, I think, more comments that somebody posted. I did repost this comment, but then I took it down because I don't know who this is. But anyways, they said she was drunk at the Roseville show and he kept looking up and singing to her. The more he sang to her, the more she started crying. I was there helping security keep people away. You can see my shoulder, LOL. My buddy even asked if the singer and the girl in VIP were dating, and I said nope, and that's the weird part. I was at the one in Roseville as well. We all ignored her, and I'm so glad everyone knew something was off. See, that's what I said about what happened with my experience at BravoCon. I felt like something was weird, and I just didn't talk to her. So another thing, going back to Jax, if you watch Jax in his relationships, he literally tries to break up with people, and they like tell him no. They're just like, no, you can't. So here's Sandoval talking about Stassi. I mean, I will never, ever trust that girl. Stassi comes across as a very possessive person. She must regard men that she's had past relationships with as almost like a possession or something. Is that not projection or what, people? Oh, God. This is when my husband came in. He got groceries and he goes, how come Shayna can't work when Brandy's at Lisa's dinner? And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is basic information. No time for that. All right, TMZ. Oh, so bad it's good with Ryan Bailey. Reposted TMZ. Schwartz is in the airport. We now know Katie was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and Andy was like, did he set that up or whatever? And she thinks that he didn't, and that he just, like, Andy said what I said in my comment. I was like, does he know he can just keep walking? Like, he doesn't have to answer, but he, like, basically gave a full interview there, and Katie thinks he didn't plan it, and that that's just how he is. And I believe that because I saw him at BravoCon, and literally he couldn't take a step anywhere because people were just like, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? And he couldn't say no to anyone. No one. I didn't see him say no to anybody. So wild. But yeah, he basically said like, actually, let me see. Maybe I could just play it and we can hear it.
Tom, how are you doing today? How's everything going? It's okay. What you been up to? Where you flying to? I wish we could be meeting under more auspicious circumstances. I know, right? Last time it was my divorce, and now it's Scandoval. I know, right? Hopefully next time it's like something better, you know? Pretty good. Yeah. How's Tom holding up since everything? He's okay, I think. He's okay. Relatively speaking, I mean, he has a sense of profound sadness. Okay. Rightfully so. Yeah. I think he feels like a piece of shit. Yeah. And to some extent, maybe he is, but he knows he fucked up. Yeah. And the whole thing is just really sad. Yeah, I know. How do you feel about it?
How do you feel about it?
At first, I thought the whole thing was fake for the show, but like now that everything's just like building up, it looks real. Like this shit. Yeah.
Can't write this.
But luckily, Mariana has a really good support system. Okay. And she's with her friends. I'm not sure where she is, but I hope she's living a good.
All right, I'm not gonna play the whole thing. You can go check that out. I just think it's funny that, I don't know, Schwartz is just, He doesn't understand, I guess. Okay. I need to contact whoever's in charge of the music for Vanderpump Rules. If you guys go back and start watching from the beginning, put the captions on because the music is so on point. Like, whoever does music needs to be rewarded or get an award. Don't forget, this is season 1, the first reunion, and this is Tom. We're being reminded that Tom used to live with twin high school girls, and they're like, were you sleeping with both of them? He's like, no, just one. Like, what? Okay, so this clip, I have to play the audio for this. There's so much to unpack. Wait, where'd it go? Oh. No! Play.
You actually seem to be the only one here that's not very upset. I'm just keeping it in. I'm just keeping it in. So do you guys, as his good friends, hear him saying that he's trying to build your trust and he's trying to move past it? Do you buy it?
No. You come clean and apologize, but I feel like you use it to get pity sometimes. You use it so people be like, oh my God, he was so strong to come out and tell the truth.
Everyone's like, Jax is
God,
awesome.
he was so strong.
He's so strong and came clean. It's like, I can't win.
It annoys the shit out of me.
Annoys the S out of him.
Have the social skills of someone who's raised by wolves. Because you have
Isn't
the
that
social skills
crazy?
of someone who's raised.
So I felt like there was so much to unpack here because Jax is saying, I hurt my best friend, and then Tom goes into, like, downplaying any apology that Jax has ever had, saying, like, he uses it to look good or whatever. And that, I feel like, is more projection because nobody ever said that. Tom is saying that himself for the first time. So, like the other clip where he was like, Stassi is a very possessive person. She must think of her people in her past relationships as possessions or something. Like, this feels very much the same, like, same vibes. Then we have the Real Housemates of New York, Tom Schwartz smirking during the entire TMZ interview. Yeah, it was kind of creepy. He was like creepily like smiling and talking about this really awful thing, but whatever. That's Schwartz. Okay, so this clip, we have Tom Sandoval talking about Jax saying, like, he's a pathological liar, and I'm still his friend, you know? Like, first of all, it just feels like the worst acting ever. It also feels like he's saying, you should be my friend, even though I'm a pathological liar. Like, that's what I'm getting from this, right? Because why would he say, I know this guy's a pathological liar. I know he lies all the time. I'm still his friend, you know? Like, why? Why are you still his friend if he's a pathological liar? It says more about Tom Sandoval, right? And I think that maybe he thinks that this group of friends, after the Raquel stuff came out, he thought that they were just going to be like, oh, it's just Tom Sandoval, whatever. Like, no. There's so many red flags in season 1. I said my unpopular opinions, Jax is misunderstood. Bi-week hello drama. Okay, so in this picture, this is Shayna and Brock's wedding. They wrote, I feel like this photo from Shayna's wedding sums this whole thing up perfectly. The fact that Tom is sitting with his girlfriend on one side and his mistress on the other. Ariana has her hand on the back of his chair and he has his knee touching Rachel. Makes me want to vomit. Agreed. Oh my God, season 2 opening scene is Brandy was there with Shayna. And Brandy's like, what happened to your tooth? And Shayna, like, just got in an accident, but it's just so funny. She's like, is there something wrong with my tooth? And Lisa's trying to comfort her and be like, she's just taking a dig at you, you know, whatever. She's like, I know, but I'm, like, really self-conscious. She starts crying, and Lisa's like, well, you did sleep with her husband. Shayna's like, yeah. It's just so good. Okay, so here's another. I'm gonna play this on my screen. Hold on. So if you go back to one of my IG lives, I actually, while I was on IG Live, I was like, oh my gosh, guys, maybe we can get a cameo. And so I went on Cameo and requested a cameo from Allie Luber, James Kennedy's girlfriend. And I met her at BravoCon. So I just want to say something, like, I want to preface this video because people are like, oh, she's so thirsty, whatever. I met her and her mother, and I thought they were the sweetest, and they seem very genuine to me. So I felt comfortable requesting a cameo from her. It was only like $30 or whatever. So on the cameo request, I said, hi, Allie, I don't know if you remember, I met you at BravoCon with your mom, and just wondering your latest thoughts on Scandoval or whatever. So let me share this with you all.
Okay, my thoughts on the latest Scandoval.
Can you hear it?
Probably right there with yours. I think everyone is just feeling a tad shocked and disgusted, and it's devastating, for Ariana, and honestly just the whole group in general. I can tell they're all just feeling really hurt and upset. It's shocking, truly, and nobody, had any idea that this was going on. So it's pretty messed up. Yeah, I'm sure my thoughts are the same as yours, but it's sad. Overall, it's just sad to watch everyone go through it. But yeah, we're filming the reunion soon, so I think that'll be the best chance to really learn more, and I think hopefully we'll get some answers and everybody will be able to kind of hash out their feelings there. But thanks again for booking a cameo, and hopefully I'll get to see you at BravoCon this year. Have a great Saturday night. Okay, my thoughts on the latest
Scandal. I hope that you guys
Scandoval.
actually got to hear that, and you didn't just have dead air and look at my face for a full minute. All right, I'm gonna go back to my Instagram stories. So people were hating on Allie. I like her. No hate to her. And I guess it is kind of alarming. Again, I don't know. She seems really sweet, and her mom was with her. So I feel like anyone who is hanging out with her mom, unless her mom's weird, but her mom seemed nice, and hopefully, she's got a good head on her shoulders. And I like James Kennedy. I know he's not perfect, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's just so much going on. All right, let me move on. Bravo Andy was out with Anderson. They started talking about Scandoval a little bit, and I really would love to hear Anderson Cooper's thoughts on all of Scandoval. So it was daylight savings time last weekend. That totally, I just was not even really fazed. Okay, season 2 at Shayna's birthday party, Schwartz and Shay got into it, and Schwartz got kicked out, and Katie's asking him what's going on. Schwartz is meaning Shay. Shay has Shayna spitting so much propaganda in his ear, he doesn't even know what to think. That is so rich coming from Tom Schwartz, the guy who was forced to kiss his friend's mistress. Also, we start to see in season 2 the beginning of Schwartz's fetish towards Lisa, and I think it's she's a mother figure, and he just has some weird Freudian thing. I don't know. Oh, if you guys want me to buy some more cameos, feel free to send me anything at Cash App and Venmo at Bravo and Place. Okay. I got a picture of me, Dorinda, consuming more Scandoval. All right. Starting season 2, episode 3, Sandoval admitted to cheating on Kristen, but is trying to be a good boyfriend. Meanwhile, Kristen is spiraling because she is holding on to the secret that she had sex with Jax. This is not even like the craziest part of things. Like it just gets crazier and crazier. Okay, and then so Sandoval in this scene says, I gotta hand it to Jax. I mean, it takes some balls and some stupidity to get your ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on your arm and take a trip where you're gonna be staying in her mom's house after you cheated on her in Vegas. Like, yeah, that's pretty ballsy, but I also think, to be honest, I think it takes more balls to help your friend propose to a girl that you're in love with while you're in a long-term relationship with someone else and then have a 7-month affair with that person having sex in the house you share with your girlfriend. That's more ballsy. And I almost feel like maybe Sandoval did this to try to trump Jax. Like he's clearly has this like competitive thing with Jax, and it goes deep, like with Kristen. Ugh, so many things. Oh, never forget, Pump Rules posted this clip when Tom inserted himself into Ariana's book deal. That's annoying. There's a scene in season 2 where Tom's crying and Stassi's like, is anyone else going to make weird eye contact with me so we can just be like, wow. Because she said when she saw Tom tearing up, she honestly just wanted to laugh. That's how it's going to be at the reunion. Even Amy Schumer got in on Scandoval. Brands by Bravo reposted how she did a TikTok, how everyone's starting their conversations in the last couple of weeks. So you guys watch Vanderpump Rules. Also, because it was a weekend, I had to like do mom stuff. So we got these diamond dots, and honestly, I love doing them now. If you guys if you guys need some stress relief, diamond dots are really great. Okay, season 2, episode 3 rumors. Oh, Ariana says that the only thing she knows about Pump or whatever, or Sir, is that everyone that works there is a complete basket case. That's, yeah, pretty much true. So this is where, okay, I didn't like where things were going because this is the beginning of like Ariana and Tom's relationship and like the end of Kristen's, and this time period makes me very uncomfortable. So I'm going to just like kind of skip through it a little bit because it was making me stressed out and I don't really want to relive it. And Jax was insinuating that Tom cheated on Kristen with Ariana, and Ariana was very adamant about like that she did not. So I just want to, this is my theory. I think Tom maybe expressed to Jax that he wanted to hook up with Ariana, but they didn't. And Jax is just stirring the pot because he knows Tom doesn't want to be with Kristen anymore and that Tom's next victim is Ariana. And I just choose to believe that they didn't hook up. I don't know. It's a meme from Blocked by Jax, basically showing how I'm consuming nothing but Scandoval. And I'm basically temporarily rebranding to all things Scandoval. I made a decision over the weekend. Patient Etherized tried to get me focused on the SVP collapse. Scratched the surface a little bit, but it didn't hold my attention. Let's see. Yes, please. I will share almost any Scandoval gems like this. Oh, there's so many good. At first, I didn't think that, so I don't use TikTok that much. I just post stuff and then like don't really scroll or engage. And none of my feed had any Scandoval. So I was like, what is going on? But Myers' mama reposted a good TikTok for Scandoval. And if you have these, please send them my way because I am loving it. Okay, so then Reality Blurb posts something about Ariana having like a $37,000 tax lien on her, and we don't know exactly what that is all about. But this is when I decided, at this point in the weekend, I decided to amp up my backup account, Bravo and Blazed with a D, because this is where I'm doing my IG lives until I get it back on my main account. So make sure you go follow that. I just had a post about it. This audio is so awful. It's the audio from Sandoval hyping up Raquel at her pageant. And Ariana's like, ooh, it's awful. It'll haunt your nightmares. Totally forgot about this. Stassi and the rest of the crew doing their like burlesque thing with this crazy makeup and hairdo. But I kind of love it as a costume. I might wear this for my next Halloween costume. Kristen, get a effing life. Oh, so Bravo Wild Black posted, there was a video of Ariana over the weekend in Mexico at a wedding. She looks great. All smiles. We're all rooting for her. Pump Rules posted this clip of Tom saying, I think the fact that, I was asleep and it was on my couch at my place, like, that's just ridiculous. Like, I can't even, I could never do that. Meanwhile, that's what he's talking about, how Kristen and Jax slept together while he was sleeping in the next room, and he said he could never do that, yet he just did with Raquel. Disgusting. That's from Pump Rules fans. Team Ariana all day, every day, page 6. Ariana Maddox flees to Mexico after Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss affair revealed. She looks like she's having a great time. Oh! I don't know what season or episode this is, but here's a clip of Sandoval chugging a huge glass of Haterade. Hold on. What just happened? Wait, here it is. Ugh!
They love it. The girl I want to be. All the guys.
Shayna's talking about how the gay community loves her song. That doesn't mean you're Lady Gaga. So then here's Exhibit B. Tom, another clip of Tom. He's literally doing Shayna's choreography and making fun of her. And, like, that is, if that's not the biggest glass of haterade, I don't know what is. Side note, Ariana was one of Shayna's backup dancers, and she killed it. Go back to season 1. Now that we know everything that's been going on, was he already targeting Ariana before she started working at SUR? Look at, he's like doing the choreography. He memorized it. That's crazy. Shayna with her music. She's so funny. She's like, I was a cheerleader up until college, and a cheerleader basically has the same job as a pop star. You need to make sure every single person in the audience is engaged at all times. And I was just laughing because literally I was a cheerleader for like 8 years, and I've been trying to like figure out how cheerleading translates into my skills today. And like, I feel like this is kind of how I'm cheering. Like, the Scandoval thing is like, I was born for this, I guess. But yeah, I take cheerleading very seriously. Like Ariana takes sketch comedy very seriously. Kidding. Bye wig, hello drama. Oh my God, here we go. Wow, Sandoval, wow. So he's got Raquel on his shoulders at Coachella, and then there's little clips on the side that show Ariana saying, me and Tom, our first Coachella together was absolutely magical. And then he was like, do you want to go on my shoulders? And she was like, okay. Like, hello? He needs to be banned from Coachella, this guy. Serial Coachella predator. Look, here's another clip. Ariana says, I just want to be Coachella again. Yeah, me too, about Coachella, Tom replies. We will just have our own in my yard with a boombox. He needs to be stopped. The Oscars happened this week. I didn't really give a F about it, but then Lisa Vanderpump was there. So that's cool. But, this is where Tom really started to piss me off again. First of all, Kristen is a vegetarian, and Tom is trying to take her out to dinner, and he picks a Korean barbecue, okay, for a vegetarian. Like, literally, you cook raw meat right in front of you. So, being half Korean, I am personally offended that Tom Sandoval disgraced Korean barbecue. So awful. Like, he's terrible. Then we have a clip of him saying, that's why Jax always goes after girls that are a sure thing, and then he gets bored. And then Kristen's like, most guys are like that. And he's like, they like sure things instead of the loyal ones who are waiting at home for them. Oh my God. A lot of guys are like that, just saying. Just saying that to Tom. Oh my God. It's so funny. I guess Jamie Lee Curtis won something. I don't know. I don't care about the Oscars, really. So somebody on Twitter said they were watching like Pregnant and Deadly on Lifetime, and Tom Sandoval, because don't forget he's an actor, he was on there. Like, there was some crazy lady who showed up with a baby, and I was like, oh my God, that's something Tom Sandoval would do to like Ariana or Raquel or something. Oh yeah, so then Tequila Katie, she gets drunk one night and goes off on everyone, and Katie said that Jax told her that Tom and Ariana hooked up, but also that Kristen and Jax, this is the first time that rumor got out, that Kristen and Jax hooked up. Like, this is just so crazy. This was Katie the day after her blackout or whatever. I'm telling you, alcohol does not do anyone, doesn't do good for anyone. One Night with Bravo reposted a picture of, what's his name? Oh my God. Mauricio, Kyle, and Dorit. And Dorit's in the front seat while Kyle's in the back, and it's giving the Tom, Raquel, and Ariana vibes. I don't know what's happening there. Oh, so this is the scene with Tom in Vegas. Again, I think it's just ironic that in this scene, we have Tom who's like bugging out, saying that Schwartz is a battered wife. Meanwhile, he's screaming and yelling. Like, dude, you're battering him. Oh my God, you cannot make up this irony, people. Like, no joke. Oh my gosh. And then what's this guy's name? The guy who does the parties. He was there at the Oscars with Lisa Vanderpump. Okay, so this is where things get all like kind of hectic for me, because I started rewatching season 1 over the weekend, but then on Monday, Bravo started airing marathons of the old seasons, and I prefer to watch live on Bravo because other people are watching and other people are tweeting at the same time, so there's like it feels like I'm watching with other people. When I watch on Peacock, I feel very alone. Okay, I'll be honest. So I kind of like abandoned watching on Peacock, and I went over to Bravo, and I'm like, okay, I'll just watch there. Oh, I got a lot of keef off my grinder this past week too. Blocked by Jax. These two have been eerily quiet lately, and it's giving me anxiety. It's a picture of Tom and Raquel. They look crazy in those pictures. So this is where, I took a screenshot of one of Jax's tweets recently, and he said, I may be on one too many edibles right now, but hear me out. A pub crawl, but instead of bars, it's dispensaries. And I've been saying that for so long. I just like requoted it, and I said, I'm concerned with how much Jax has grown on me. I'm on season 2 of my rewatch, and I think Jax was very misunderstood. I know people don't want to hear that. This is all for entertainment purposes, so don't come after me. So then the Bravo docket, shout out to them. They released an episode going through Scandoval, and in this episode, they talk about, like the property situation between Tom and Ariana. Like, what does this mean? Because now we're finding out, like, I just assumed that Tom would like leave after this news came out, and that they would figure out how to handle the house and like do something from there, but I didn't think that he would have the balls to show up and just demand that, like, if Ariana's uncomfortable, she can leave, which apparently that's what he said, or that's what Kristen reported back when she was actually with Ariana. I guess he just, like, showed up and just, like, came and didn't give any heads up, and they were, like, trying to be, like, very diplomatic about it and try to figure out a way to make it, like, okay, or like some kind of arrangement or agreement, and he was like, no, if she's uncomfortable, she can leave. That's freaking psycho, dude. But anyways, you can go check out their episode because it talks about all that legal stuff, and they're actual lawyers. I am not. Law is just my hobby. Pump Rules got a clip of Ariana with the sword, Jax's sword. I'm the number one guy in this group. Here's my TMZ. Oh, I finally got a blog post up, which has like part 1, part 2, part 3 of Scandoval all in there, easy for you to go and click through so that you have everything in one spot. However, I need to update it because I need to put in all the links to the IG lives. Like I said, I did 10 IG lives before I got banned or whatever, before I got my privileges revoked. And this is my second IG live that I have on Bravo and Blazed. So I'm going to update this blog post so that you can have everything in chronological order. Because like I said, when this is all done, if it ever finishes, maybe I'll go back and I'll stitch things together and we can like see, we'll like summarize it and it'll be like, oh my God, this is a lot. I love that Stassi was open about her her breast reduction because if you have big boob problems, then you can relate because it's like nobody gets it. But yeah, anyways, this headline, Taste of Reality. Peter Madrigal feels like a victim of Raquel Leviss. She was already picking her next target. Yes, Peter, go off. That makes me laugh so hard. Then I see Tom throws a drink on Katie. Yeah, he throws drinks on girls way too much, which I learned from watching Real Girlfriends in Paris that throwing a drink on someone is battery. You can like get in trouble for that. That's against the law. So this is when I went live. Okay. So Andy on radio, Andy SXM, he said this earlier this week that the episode that aired this week, today's Thursday, the episode that aired last night, he insisted that there was no re-editing of this episode. And I did a poll. Do we believe him or not? And 72% believe Andy. 28% don't believe Andy. I don't know. I feel like we know everything, right? About, like, so he hyped up last night's episode a lot, and I kind of feel a little bit let down. Like, there wasn't really anything groundbreaking that nobody knew. Like, we kind of all knew all this stuff, I feel like. The Raquel stuff was alarming, but we also already know that she's like that, so whatever. I wanted to bring more attention to my craft reels, so I posted that again. Ooh, somebody was tweeting, I think it was not Scandoval related, but they tweeted the definition of persecution complex, which is a noun. And the definition is the feeling of being persecuted, especially without basis in reality. And it reminded me of that heinous clip of Tom Sandoval when he was complaining about being a cis straight male. And I was just like, oh my God, this is Scandoval. This is him. Let's see. Season 2 Vanderpump Rules is insane. Jack's telling Tom at the beach what he did with Kristen without skipping a beat or having any emotion is wild. Is it possible this trauma contributed or led to what he wound up doing in this Scandoval? So I do wonder, like, I would love to just observe Tom Sandoval in a therapy session. Like, did this Jax thing, Jax was his best friend. Kristen was his longtime girlfriend. They hooked up. Wouldn't that cause some trauma? Like, Tom just moved on with his life as if, like, I mean, like, he got mad at Jax and, like, started a fight with him or whatever, but, like, it seemed fake. So it's like, I don't know if he even cared, or has it led to his desire to, like, be a piece of garbage? Like, I don't know. So then what day is this? 3/13. This was like 3 days ago. I just have not been able to watch any other Bravo shows or get into any other Bravo news at all. So I said, I kind of feel like Bravo should pause every show until Vanderpump Rules from season 1 to present day is played enough times so that we can all get caught up and then resume life again. Bye, Wig. Hello, drama. I listened to the Bravo Docket podcast on Scandoval. Here's what caught my attention. On July 9th, Tom Sandoval took out a home equity loan for $235,000 for Schwartz and Sandy's. Ariana signed as joint tenant. Ariana is on the hook for this loan. When Tom Sandoval took out the home equity loan for Schwartz and Sandy's, he and Ariana both signed as joint tenants. So unfortunately, Ariana is on the hook for this loan, and their home is collateral. So if Tom Sandoval forecloses on the loan, or he can't make the payments on it, then the home could be foreclosed on by the bank. Yada, yada, yada. Go check it out. Essentially, this is why I think, leaving bad reviews on Yelp or whatever for Schwartz and Sandy's is probably taking it too far, unless you actually went there and had a bad review. But people to just make up bad reviews just to make them up to hurt their business, I don't really agree with that, because for one, like, unfortunately, I know nobody likes Tom Sandoval, but in his first apology, quote unquote apology, he did mention, like, this affects more than just him. And I already thought that before he said it, so I'm not, like, giving Tom Sandoval credit for this. But I do agree with that. Like, also, we don't know how much this will affect Ariana, because she has, skin in the game as well with Schwartz and Sandy. So whoever's doing that, don't do that. Just, if you want to go there, go there. If you don't want to go there, don't go there. I mean, you don't have to leave bad reviews when you haven't even gone there. But anyways, I'm going to move on. Okay. Pump Rules fans. Oh, yeah. So they reposted a clip from Peter's interview. I didn't listen to that one yet, but I heard about it. Because in that interview, they asked him, do you think the editors and producers knew about the affair? And he said he didn't think they knew. But then I have this reel where I stitched together a couple scenes from the trailer for this season. And it shows Tom and Raquel hugging. It shows them in the pool. And then it shows Shayna confronting Tom saying, Katie said that you and Ariana have an open relationship. And he's like, oh, God, or whatever. So I don't know. Just because Peter thinks that doesn't mean it's true. They could have known. My Family Genie found this clip from like 2013 of Sandoval acting again, where he's caught cheating. And it makes me wonder, like, is he, like, so delusional from this Hollywood life that he just, like, doesn't have a soul? I don't get it. Caduce did a good Peanuts clip of Lala saying, send it to Daryl. Also, Lala from Socialite Gossip, there's a clip where she puts her send it to Daryl merch on, like, a actual truck for advertising. Oh my gosh. What day is this? This is like Monday now. Look, my pop socket broke, which is probably a good thing, because I was starting to get like a weird carpal tunnel feeling. But I was just so annoyed because we had a snow day this week, which meant all the kids were home. Bravo by Gaze posted, Tom Schwartz has been spotted in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, so he will be on Winter House Season 3. This is good news, because for me, and the Bravo Bottoms has another picture of Tom with Brian Benny, and it looks like Corey from last year, and I hope that every single conversation is about Scandoval. I really do. Millennial Horror Story, Vanderpump Rules table. Yep, that's me. Snow day. Looks like I'm Vanderpumping all day. TMZ got Lala coming out of a store called Tom a narcissist and Raquel a bottom feeder. It's from Pump Rules. Bywig, hello, drama. Even though Schwartz may have been blindsided about Sandoval and Raquel's affair, once he found out, he still asked Raquel to come out with him and Sandoval. Yeah, that's true. There's like, she read her text, and I think someone said like, oh, who's the last cast member you talked to? And it was a group chat with her and the Toms, and they said, oh, you want to come out tonight or something. Like, Tom Schwartz enabled this affair, I think. There's a Murder in Mean Girls show out on Investigation Discovery. Oh, so even WWE, if you guys have been following along, I have been dreaming for a WWE and Bravo crossover. I think that would be the perfect, like, collaboration or, I don't know, crossover or whatever. But even they got in on it saying, like, ugh, you're Scandoval-esque ick. Which I just, yeah, love it. It is Scandoval-esque ick. Oh, this is where I said I've given up on trying to watch from the beginning. Going to focus on Rachel coming on the scene. I couldn't focus on that. Nat's turn to talk when Peter has to hand out the shots at the end of the reunion. We got the Glenn Coco scene from Mean Girls. Real quick, Lametria Whitehurst. This is not related to Scandoval, but this video that I posted, go check it out because it shows a child who's actually having a seizure and gets some THC oil put on his gums, and you can see how the healing benefits of cannabis can really improve somebody's life. So go check that out. Then we got a clip of Katie. Don't hook up with anyone from the friend group. I want more Scandoval. So Tom Sandoval, I said he was a pathological liar to James Kennedy's face from day one. I forgot why I said that, but oh my gosh. Let me go through this. Hold on. I need to skip some of these things. Mary Cosby is filming, by the way. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Vanderpump Rules needs to be studied at all Ivy League schools. James Kennedy and Lala bring a whole separate era of Vanderpump Rules. So this is Tuesday. Do I keep Vanderpumping or face my trauma from Real Housewives of New Jersey? I decided to go with Vanderpumping. New Jersey's still on pause as punishment. Here we go with Tom at a reunion. I started like catching up on reunions to try to like get caught up to speed. Not caught up to speed. I've seen all of these, but I want to refresh my mind. And Tom says, what does he say about Ariana? I've never put Ariana in a situation where she's really got to go out on a limb to trust me. And she's saying, nope, I made it very easy for her. Oh my gosh. So I found a clip of James Kennedy. He's like, Tom's like, oh, go take Beamer selfies, James. And James' comeback is, go take a Beamer selfie. Oh, I'm going to take a Honda Civic selfie, man. So that made me think of Alex from Summer House and his diss towards Austin. The Honda Civic of men. So funny. I got a clip of Jack saying, are we not allowed to talk about something? And Tom says, we can talk about whatever we want. So you all remember that for the reunion. Jackson, I never hated somebody so much in my life. Okay, so this is where Andy on E! News, he says, this episode was not touched, which makes it all the more shocking. You won't believe it. This is where I'm getting annoyed because I don't think it lived up to the hype. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. Pump Rules, they have a clip of Bridesmaids saying Raquel silently and cautiously entering the reunion. Hi, I'm Mrs. Iglesias. So she better effing be there. I'm not accepting anything but her being there. Okay, this was crazy. So I didn't know this. James Kennedy met Tom Sandoval first. And that's how Kristen and James started dating, because she wanted to get back at Tom, who was planning to move in with James at the time. So here's more deception by a friend that Tom Sandoval is experiencing. First it was Jax, then it's James Kennedy, and it all goes back to Kristen. Has he dealt with his trauma from that? Is what I want to know. Page 6 shows Tom Schwartz on Winter House. We really need every single conversation to be about Scandoval, honestly. Don't forget how Tom left for Vegas when Ariana really needed her. Never forget. Bywig, hello drama. So Lala starts posting pictures of how Raquel was like starting to copy some of their looks, which got me like really creeped out. Face Reality reposted the restraining order, and I guess she did not check the box for personal conduct orders. I don't really understand that, but go check out Emily D. Baker. I think she broke it down. Thank you to a follower for reminding me that during her breakdown of the restraining order, Rachel filed that Emily D. Baker specifically pointed out that she didn't check off the no contact portion of the restraining order. So does this mean Shayna and Raquel could potentially communicate over Zoom at the reunion? See next slide for clip. We still don't know. Okay, so this is where I'm getting creeped out by Coachella. Okay, so this is where Jack says to James, I thought you were the white Kanye West. And James like, F yeah, I am. And then Jack says, you're not the white Kanye West, dude. He goes, I'll try to do Coachella one day and big things, man. And that's where I'm like, what is up with these guys in Coachella? Ugh. Bravoholic Data has a good relationship timeline for anyone interested. The blonde Puerto Rican reposted from Dumas. Seems like this LA watering hole is finally closing its doors. The location of this once very hot spot is now available to lease. This is where I'm getting confused about the liquor license stuff. Pump Rules repost how Lala Kent is warning people about narcissism, which she did on her podcast, but also in that TMZ video that they got of her. Okay, so if you guys think back to when James and Raquel first started dating, remember there was a girl named Gigi who also worked at Sir, and she was a girl who said, I guess she said to Ariana, she would sleep or she would F or fight anyone in the group just to be on the show. And she was a girl who said she slept with James while he was with Raquel, and there was like pictures, timestamps, all this stuff. She brought his clothes to him with Raquel right there, like all crazy stuff. And one, I was like, are there really people like this out there? This is like disturbing. And then I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, maybe there's like a small percentage of people who are crazy like this, but like, are they around these people all the time? Like, I can't imagine, how do they function and like socialize after being on a show this long, and like knowing that there's people like that out there who would do anything just to be on the show? That's like weird to me. I find that so strange. Anyways, okay. Raquel Leviss and Shayna Shea both attend Vanderpump Rules reunion if one Zooms and they don't converse. This is from Pump Rules, and this is in a People article. I really hope they can. Okay, so like I said, I've been half joking about banning Sandoval from Coachella. But there's another clip where it's unseen footage and they go, this is classic, like Tom at a music festival. Always wants to go to the very effing limit. Oops, I didn't mean to go back. That's how they are at Coachella. And it's Jack's like pounding liquor. That's concerning. Okay, and then the next clip I have is Kristen saying to James, I think he's easy to manipulate. And that made me think like, oh my God, did Raquel, if she purposely like premeditated all this stuff, did she target James knowing that he is easily manipulated? And then this is the reunion for the season when Lala made them all sign NDAs at Coachella. Again, Coachella. What is going on here? So crazy. Oh my God. Tom goes, Lala, you could solve this problem a lot easier by just not being around people that you don't trust. Then Andy says, Stassi, you seem certain that Tom and Ariana did sign. So we all heard, this is Stassi, flashback. So we all heard that there was an NDA at Coachella, like a contract, okay, whatever. You can't talk about her boyfriend. That's what we all heard. Ariana says, I didn't sign an NDA. Oops. And Stassi's like, yes, you did. Oh my gosh, I don't know about these NDAs. But anyway, Socialite Gossip has Lala, who goes on about saying, oh man, do I need to start a Bravo fan account? I would die if Lala started a new Bravo fan account. It'd be so funny. Nobody get mad at me. I did a little joke. I did a poll. And I went with majority rules. I did a Kaiser Sose joke that's Raquel walking into the reunion. Because really, is she a mastermind or is she a victim? Like, what is she? Is she a Bambi-eyed bee? Is she... I just don't know what the answer is. But this is just a joke, so everyone calm down, okay? Day 13, this is yesterday, Vanderpump Rules day, day 13, I'm still activated. I think I got my third, fourth, fifth wind or whatever. Bravo by Gaze on a new episode of Jamie All Over. That's a podcast. Raquel's former confidant states that Raquel told them her and Tom got closer during the filming of Boys Night, which airs tonight on VPR. I don't believe that. I think that this has been going on for some time. And nothing about last night really showed me anything shocking that was like, oh my God, they definitely started on this night or whatever. So, I don't know. Faces by Bravo. A month before this news of liquor license suspensions, Tom is now renewed, Pump still inactive, and Pump being up for lease. Sunday brunch patrons and employees were shocked to arrive at Pump to an eviction notice for allegedly unpaid rent for 7 months. Oh my God. Page 6 shows, everyone worried about tonight's episode. Katie Maloney actively, Walter is upset, posted this from TMZ. Looks like Katie went on to Lala's podcast saying she can confidently say F you to her co-star for what she did to Ariana. Wow. They talk about having treated Raquel with respect, something Raquel never appreciated, and now they're reveling in the fact Raquel is getting what she deserved all along. Wow. Okay, this scene is kind of crazy. Okay, there's a lot going on here. So, hold on. It's Tom talking to Shayna. He says, and you choose to be friends with James, who you know is a effing piece of F or S. Like, we were good friends. I held that mother effer in my arms when him and his girlfriend broke up. There's a lot of history behind me and James. We're supposed to be making music together. He told me I'm like his best friend. And during that time, he started pursuing Kristen. And they started sleeping together. And it's like he completely stabbed me in the back. He's a douche. Okay, so then there's a lot in there. Like, is this whole Raquel thing fueled by some of that revenge? Like, I don't know. Queens of Bravo reposted. Lucas Gage enters the Scandoval chat and reveals Sandoval is refusing to leave his and Ariana's place in Valley Village. So annoying. The Talk of Shame has her own article that came out about Scandoval. Go check that out. She said it's also a personal attack. Ether Opal has some great... This is the scene of Tom dressed as Sia, and there's a fan who's in a hotel room who keeps like sneaking out and trying to record some of their fights. Sorry, this thing is like messed up. Okay, so go check that out. Talk of Shame. Lisa Vanderpump speaks out amid Pump's restaurant's uncertain future. Okay, so as I'm watching back and I'm watching Kristen try to out Tom in season 3, I have to say, as like when it was going on, before we know everything that's happened, Kristen seemed so crazy, and they really gaslit her. And I have to say, her dedication is somewhat admirable. Like, she was relentless about outing Tom, even though she was so deceptive and betrayed him. Like, she did not care. She was firm in trying to out him, and he won. He still tricked everyone, and she looked like the crazy person. So in that regard, I do think that Kristen should come back, because this is vindication for her. Like, they really did a number on her. Let me skip this one. So then Vanderpump Rules Party posted Lisa Vanderpump's tweet. Okay, no, Pump Restaurant will be open as normal. # fake news. Oh, and no, I didn't pay cast members to sleep together for ratings. Pump Rules. They do that on their own. # fake news. Have a beautiful day, everybody. So that was in response to, I guess, the fact that people are saying that the liquor license was suspended. And then also saying that, I guess Teddy went on Melissa Gorga's podcast and was like, oh, Lisa paid Raquel or something. I don't know. I didn't pay any attention to it because I was like, this sounds ridiculous. There's this scene is when Kristen's really trying to, like, she's so relentless in trying to out Tom. And she says, it's not about being obsessed with Tom. It's about being obsessed with honesty. And to be honest, like, that's me explaining my obsession with Scandoval. More creepiness. Blazy Susan, I styled Luann. Don't forget to check out my episode with Bravo, Ducking Bravo, which was the last BS episode before Scandoval. Rate my Bravo, me just sitting here patiently waiting for tonight's Vanderpump Rules. Oh, okay, so while I was watching back during the marathons, I saw a clip of Kristen talking about Coachella and saying, like, Tom and I, we love Coachella and blah, blah, blah. If anyone out there knows the season and episode, let me know, because I need to go get that clip as part of my collection, my gathering of evidence and reasoning for why Tom Sandoval may need to be banned from Coachella. So help me out. I think it's towards the end of season 3. I saw it on TV, but I couldn't capture it because I was busy doing other things. But yeah, so then yesterday I'm getting back into season 10. Now watching back at old, season 10 after knowing what's going on, that scene where Sandoval sings to Schwartz's mom, like Schwartz's mom has got it going on or whatever, feels very much like the same cucking energy that we've seen with Sandoval towards Schwartz for years. Like, not just like his influence on Schwartz and like making him do things, like, it's just, this is another, that's what it feels like, and it's gross. So yeah, last night I got ready. Last night I made sure that no kids were gonna mess with me during Vanderpump, and it worked. Woohoo, I won. Okay, so Ether Opal posted those scumbag and cheater shirt. The proceeds went to a charity that Ariana picked out. And you can see here, $5,386.57 has been donated to the Alexandria House. Your donation goes directly to help the women and children we serve by providing shelter, childcare, healthy meals, counseling, and more. Your donation contributes to the community of supporters who come together in, I don't know, whatever. It got cut off, but this is something good that comes out of something bad that happened, I guess. I got last night was like an event for me. I got a mocktail ready. I got my pre-rolls ready with Lazy Susan rolling papers or cones or whatever. Okay, so then Nick Viall, I don't know this guy. Apparently he was on Bachelor or something, but he had Kristen on his podcast and I listened to it this morning. Also, don't forget the time. I thought that I made this up when Lisa Vanderpump was on Dancing with the Stars and she passed out. I seriously thought I made that up, but that's from Bravo Lady. So as I'm watching Tom cry on TV, and I swear, I'm at this point, I feel like Tom Sandoval has never shed a real honest tear, and I'm not sure if he's just been acting this whole time. I really don't know. And last night, we hear Raquel saying, I'm focusing more on myself, and I just felt so triggered by that, because I'm like, you're clearly not. And then the galaxy light thing. Okay, I will agree that it did feel very Mean Girl of Lala, Katie, and Chris and Kelly, when Raquel was drunk. I kind of get it. But at the same time, Lala is just... She is so funny to me because she literally has no leg to stand on, really, and then also pops off as if she's on some moral high ground. And it's just funny to me that if you call her out, she becomes almost belligerent. But anyways, the galaxy light thing, I got freaked out because going back to the cameo thing, I saw on her cameos, she's wearing the lightning bolt necklace, and there's the galaxy projector thing in the background. And I was just triggered, oh my God, I'm actually getting scared of all of this. And then here's the picture. See the galaxy light and the lightning bolt. I just can't. Also in last night's episode, they mentioned Schwartz's roommate, Joe. Apparently, Schwartz is in a relationship with this person, Joe, who is his roommate or whatever. And there's pictures of Tom, Schwartz, and Joe hanging out with Sandoval and Raquel during the affair. So that's why people are saying, Tom Schwartz knew about this and this is effed up or whatever. I can't stand looking at him anymore. It's really triggering, and especially that freaking lightning bolt. Oh, this scene, they're trying to talk about business decisions, and Schwartz goes, oh, I gotta consult with the person that, who helps me with all my decisions. And Tom just looks so threatened, because if he truly is a narcissist and Schwartz is his little cuck or whatever, any type of threat as far as controlling Schwartz is gonna be alarming to Sandoval. And just the way he looked in this scene, he's I just feel like he's threatened by the magic 8-ball, which is what Schwartz was referring to, which is so annoying. James Kennedy had a really great point in this part. He's like, can we just have a guys' night? Alex said she doesn't want me to hang out with Raquel, and why is Raquel even around? And yeah, why is she around? And that's what I kept feeling. And he's saying it literally to Tom, both Toms. Oh man, this is just... Again, the music for Vanderpump Rules, You Deserve Better. They played that after they showed Ariana. They need some kind of award for this. So, okay. I kind of understand the whole Charlie and Raquel leaving thing, because it was kind of Mean Girl. She was left out, and then Charlie came in not having it, and kind of, was like, if you want to go, let's go or whatever. But the thing is, the way Raquel rationalized it in her head, she's like, I'd rather go back to LA to be with my real friends who love me for who I am. Meanwhile, her real friends who love her for who she is are Shayna, who punched her in the face, and Schwartz, the cuck, who was a part of this whole scheme. Like, ugh, I just can't. So, it's even more sad that Ariana's like still devastated at this point when this is all happening. One thing about Schwartz and Sandy is that I will say I've never been there, and I'm not going to go leave a Yelp review, but I will say the amount of cilantro on this dish is offensive to me. Okay? I feel personally attacked by the amount of cilantro on this plate. No, no, no. And people in the hospitality industry or any kind of food industry, you need to know that there's people who have a genetic thing. How do I describe it? We have something in our DNA where cilantro is just, it's awful. I want more like studies on cilantro and DNA. But anyways, so Katie was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and I guess she said she was not shocked that Tom was having an affair, and she was not shocked that it was with Raquel. So that's very concerning. Bravo by Gaze posted that Andy announced that Jax and Brittany will be on Watch What Happens Live next Wednesday. That'll be interesting. This was really sweet. Rate My Bravo reposted from Watch What Happens Live, Danny Pellegrino and Katie talking about, you know, the emotional part of, you know, watching all this and hearing about Schwartz cheating on her after Watch What Happens Live, and she almost started crying. And I just really love Katie. I think she's amazing. Katie has the same reunion questions as all of us. This is from Real Moms of Bravo. I want to know when it started and when Schwartz found out. Absolutely. Bravo enthusiast reposted how Katie said, Linda Coy on Twitter said, I've actively avoided seeing that show. Katie talking about Sandoval's band performances. I love it. Actually, she was referring to specifically the one at BravoCon, and I was the same. Like, at one point, I did feel a little guilty that I didn't go, but at the same time, like, you have to understand, we bought our tickets when they first came out, and SVIP were like $2,500. And then, like, right before BravoCon, they're like, oh, we're adding on this Tom Sandoval show. If you want to come, it's $150 or something. And I'm like, I am not doing that. So I, like, hardcore did not attend that. Okay, so Ariana reactivated last week, I guess. And then last night, she finally posted. And I'll read it. First of all, she looks stunning, obviously. Amazing. She said, hi, where to begin? I want to express my most sincere gratitude for the outpouring of love and support I have received from friends, family, and people I've never even met in the last 2 weeks. When I have felt like I couldn't even stand, you all have given me the strength to continue and seen me through my darkest hours. To say I've been devastated and broken is an understatement. However, I know that I am not in this alone. So many of my closest friends are also grieving this loss right now and reeling, yes, and reeling from this betrayal on so many levels. I'm so effing lucky to have the best support system in the world, and I hope I can repay every single person for the love you have shown me. What doesn't kill me better run. Love, Ariana. Yes. Kristen also said on that podcast that with Nick Viall that they have almost like a spreadsheet of like all the times when Ariana's not working, or like all the times she's going to be alone in the house, when she's eating and everything. Like, I need friends like that, because I don't think any of my friends would do that for me. Just side note. So I do love that this is bringing out really great things in people. Lala last night, if you do feel that way, I am not your audience. Somebody said I was bullying because I said to anyone rooting for Tom and Raquel, if you feel that way, no, I'm not your audience. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So here's another thing on that Nick Viall. Excuse me. That Nick Viall podcast. Kristen said that Sandoval hooked up with some fangirl after his performance from that crazy performance that Pump Rules was live on, where they were like, oh, Ariana. And he went up to the mic and said, we love her. Apparently that night, and I was so disturbed watching that, I was like, I feel assaulted by Tom Sandoval as he's like singing into the camera. I'm like, ah. But apparently he slept with a fangirl that night, allegedly, according to Kristen, which is just crazy. And I just have a public service announcement to people of the world. Stop having sex with Tom Sandoval, okay? I don't even know what this one is, but it's Tom Sandoval and his sociopath-like behavior. Oh, so this one really bothered me. Kristen said, and I don't know if she said Schwartz said this or if Sandoval told her, but she said that Sandoval told his mother about Raquel in December. Mickey Rourke hands knew since December, people. How? And like, also, it kind of adds up because somebody said they spent Christmas or the holidays together. I'm like, how could they spend the holidays together? Where the hell is Ariana? And I'm just like, I was stunned by this news because I have all daughters. And I can't imagine if I had a son who did this, I'd be like, are you kidding me? I would not, like, I need to know more details around this conversation. How did this conversation go? How did he either he convinced his mom that he's not doing anything wrong, or his mom covered for him and enabled him and was like, it's okay with my Mickey Rourke hands. Sorry, I feel like I probably would like his mom, but because she's a firefighter and stuff. But I don't understand. And like, I've been saying this, I said this on the live with Larry from Bravo by Gays. I was like, do you think Sandoval may be worse than Scott Peterson? And this moment made me think of Scott Peterson and comparing them because my mother, anytime the topic of enabling comes up, she automatically says, don't be like Scott Peterson's mother. And I'm like, in this moment, I'm thinking, oh my God, was Mickey Rourke hands being like Scott Peterson's mother? This is bad. So I don't know this Nick Viall guy, and I guess since I posted this tweet or whatever, people are like, oh, we don't really like him. But one thing he said on the podcast that I really loved was he said, friends don't help you keep your secrets. Friends help you keep your character. And I thought that was very profound and very on point, and I really, really love that. So I don't remember what happens in this clip. I think it's about, so she starts talking about Schwartz. And literally I'm like, listening to this clip, I'm like, oh my God, is Kristen Doute like emotionally intelligent now? Or am I stoned? Because the way she articulated the fact that Ariana was one of Schwartz's groomsmen, don't forget. Meaning Schwartz, in my eyes or anyone's eyes, if she's part of your wedding party, that means you are a close friend with her. And knowing that your other friend is doing this to her and keeping it silent is like so messed up towards Ariana because, and Kristen, she articulated this really nicely, but she said like, it doesn't mean you need to say to Tom Sandoval, like, I cancel you. Like, you could say, I'm still your friend, I love you, but this is not okay. And, like, I really need you to tell Ariana or whatever. And I just was very impressed that Kristen was there. So I am looking forward to Kristen joining this, I don't know if she's joining just for I think she said one episode, because she doesn't even want to be a part of it anymore, apparently. But as long as they address the reasons why she did get fired in the first place, I'm totally okay with her coming back because I think we have a lot to resolve. This one, okay, so Taste of Reality, Lala went on her stories or something and started talking about last night's episode, and she seemed kind of defensive, I'll say, a little bit about being a quote-unquote mean girl. She's like, well, they didn't show what she did before. So I don't know, but this is why I like Lala, because she'll just, she's so confidently will say things that are so ridiculous or like so hypocritical, but she says it with such confidence that it's like entertaining to watch. So here for it. Rate My Bravo posted on Andy Cohen Live this AM regarding the reunion speculation. Andy said he thinks this is a reunion that will be constantly changing up until the day they shoot it. He said there's a lot at play, a lot of emotions, and things are constantly changing. And last night on Watch What Happens Live, Danny Pellegrino asked about it as well. And Andy's like, don't worry about it. We got it. And that's kind of how I feel too. Like, I don't have any questions because I feel like they know how important it is for this reunion and they better make it work however they need to make it work. If that means Shayna zooms in, then that's how they do it. And here we are. This is what's happening. 2 hours, more than 2 hours, just to catch up on Scandoval. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to skip my live tomorrow for Bravo and Blaze because I'm still on vacation, I guess. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday, so I want to go do something for her birthday. And it's St. Patty's Day. My Korean mother having St. Patrick's Day as her birthday. It's funny to me. But, yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, because I really don't care about any other Bravo shows right now, I think I'm going to stay on Vanderpump and keep Vanderpumping until the end of this season. And I'm hoping that next week I get back into my Cannabis Mom Boss show. Before I got cyber attacked, I plan on showing you all GPT, how it saves you money, how it saves me money, how it can make you more money. And literally, I've been using it to help me with my Vanderpump research, particularly Coachella. I'm like, ChatGPT, when did Coachella get referenced in Vanderpump Rules? So I actually have a list from ChatGPT of episodes that I need to go through and comb through to get that footage, because I'm telling ya, I think Tom Sandoval needs to be banned from Coachella. Stay tuned for more on that. But yeah, I know this was a long one, but I want to thank you all for being here. I can't believe this is happening. This is wild. Wild, wild, wild. Oh my gosh, and I can't even find my notes now, but that concludes day 14 of Scandoval. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you go follow and subscribe if you aren't already. Again, subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps this show to continue to grow. Make sure you're subscribed to turn on notifications so you can be updated when we go live for Cannabis Mom Boss and Bravo and Blaze. Don't forget the audio replay is available on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. See you next time. Stay lit, fam.